everyone, Namaste. This is Dr. Anand Banda. I welcome you all to our channel Metamorphosis, a channel dedicated towards thinking, learning, and growing. I thank all my viewers for supporting me with your comments, likes, and subscriptions. Let me share with you one of the best gifts one human being can give it to others is sharing of knowledge, goodness, and love. All that you have been doing now is that now that you'll be watching this video, all that you have to do is just go to the bottom of the video and you have a share button. Click that and share it with all your friends so that you are sharing goodness among all. Now that you'll be doing it and you have benefited from it, I wish that everybody should benefit from this. And in order to do that, first, don't forget to watch this video till the end so that you are going to benefit from it and pass on the benefit to everybody. Today, I would like to tell you a story of a young graduate like you and me. And in general, people after graduation, they set in search of job, and our young man also, he set in search of a job. He moves from one city to another and one town to another, and finally in his search he comes across a village, and as he is passing through the village he comes across a group of people who are sitting under a huge tamarind tree. And as he is passing through, he talks to this group and he asks them could they help him finding a job. One of the elderly gentlemen sitting under the tree, he says, yes, you seem to be well built and you say that you are a graduate, okay? And he guides him towards the outskirts of the village, and he tells him you go and meet, there is a timber depot there, you meet the owner of the timber depot, it is more likely that he will offer you a job. The young man is happy about it and straight away he heads towards the timber yard. There he goes and meets the manager. And he explains to him that he is a graduate and he is looking for a job. And the manager says, yes, I can give you a job. And he asks him to report sharp at 9 a.m. the next day. The graduate is thrilled and very happy about it. Next day morning, he is there at the timber yard at 8:30. I am right, 8:30, not 9 o'clock. The reason is, he is very much enthusiastic about the job. It is his first job. And somewhere around 9 o'clock, the manager, he arrives and he meets the young graduate. He explains to him about the job and he hands over a axe to him and he says, your job is to go to the nearby forest and you have to cut down the trees. The graduate says, it's fine. And he goes to the forest and he starts working. He starts working right from 9 o'clock till 6. And by the time at 6 p.m. in the evening, he has knocked down 8 trees. And the day ends and he calls up the day and he returns home. Next day morning, second day, he reports to duty at 9 a.m., starts working. And by the time it is 6 p.m., he has cut down 6 trees. I'm right, from 8 the count has come down to 6 trees, a fall of 2 trees. Well, he has continued on the third day again, starts his work at 9 and starts knocking down trees one after the other. And then how much ever he has worked, he has completed 4 trees on the third day. He returns home. Fourth day, he is back on duty from 9 o'clock and as he works through till 6 p.m., he has knocked down 2 trees. Well, what is happening to the count? It is dipping. Yes, it is dipping. From 8, it has come down to 2 trees. Just hold on, let's see what's happening the next day. The 5th day, the graduate has reported to duty, 9 o'clock sharp. He started working. And the time is 15 minutes past 6. He's still working at the single tree. He's not able to cut down a single tree also. Well, at the same time, the manager happens to take a stroll and he watches this young man trying to knock down the tree. He asks the young man, hey young man, what happened? On the first day you knocked down 8 trees and today you are not even able to cut down 1 tree. For which the young man replied, "Sir, I am working with the same zeal and enthusiasm and I am hitting it very hard. Though I am working from 9 o'clock and even across the usual time of 6, I have been able to cut only half of the trunk of this tree." The manager takes a puzzled look at the graduate and he pauses for a moment. He understands the situation and he asks the graduate, "No matter you're putting all your efforts, you're using your energy and the time, have you checked the sharpness of your axe?" Yes, sharpness of the axe. For which the graduate just looks at the axe and sees that it has gone totally blunt. He is hitting with the same axe which is being used for the past 4 days and this is the 5th day. How can you expect it to be sharp and produce the same results? It can't be. Well, that is the story, my dear friends, and this little story is going to give you 2 wonderful lessons. The first lesson that we can learn here is, you take any organization or a corporate company or a factory, you'll be having 3 levels. The first level, management level, second level is supervisory level, and the third one is people working on the shop floor. And supervisors are at that level because they have a supervision. And the managers obviously have a little more escalated about that because they have the abilities of administration as well. Now, again looking back at this, the people working on the shop floor are routine workers. They are skilled or semi-skilled labor, we can say. But people who are at mid-level or top level, these are the people with supervision. Again, referring back to the story, the manager at the timber yard, he had the precise look and he could actually see what is happening there and what is wrong with the tool or the methodology being used by the employee. And he has hit the target and he understood what was wrong there. Well, this is the precision with which people at the top level work. That is the reason they are there. It is not just because these people have spent more time in that industry, or not just because their hair has it has grown white. Only it is the knowledge and the expertise that has put them there in the position of supervisors or managers. Well, friends, in order to grow up the ladder, definitely it is through the experience and the knowledge and the ability to observe. These people have eye for detail. People who grow up the ladder, they have eye for detail. Eye for detail means looking at very minute things. What is going wrong and how we can get better results by changing the course of action, or what is wrong with this particular course of action. These are the things which good managers adapt or develop over a period of time. That is why they grow up the ladder to supervisory positions or even more than that. Well, that is the first lesson that we learned from it. And the second lesson, which is very, very important, especially for my dear students, the student group who are graduating, maybe doing any kind of graduation, maybe they are doing a BBA or BCom, or maybe even they are doing their management course. The only goal is, in their final semester, they would like to give the interview for a best company and to join or get an offer letter from one of the premier corporate companies with a huge package. That's the goal of all these graduates, right? It's true. Now, on the day of the interview, all the students give the interview, but only few of them are through with the interview and they are offered the offer letters, and the rest of them, they say that they have been giving interviews, many interviews, not 2, 3 or 4 or 8 or 10. If you ask them, they say that this is my 10th interview, sir, but luck is not on my side. My dear friends, it's not a question of luck. It is a question of practice. If you look at other people who could achieve their target in only one interview, and the people who have not been able to clear it even in the 10th interview, is all that these people have done. The people who could clear in the very first instance is they have spent all their time accumulating the knowledge, improving their skills, adding something towards the knowledge bank, which will help them in fetching a better job. It may be body language, it may be communication skills, it may be ethics, it may be the knowledge to solve problems or general knowledge. Means these students, what they have been doing is, all this time they were spending this time in sharpening the axe. And on the day of interview, within one shot, they could clear the interview, that is, they could cut the tree. But comparatively, other people, what they have done is, they did not look at their axe, which was blunt. And also, they repeatedly give the interviews, but they never learn from it where they have been failing. They have been hitting the interviews again and again and again with the same mistakes. That is also done by most of the students. That's the reason these people keep on giving interviews and keep on cursing their luck. Well, this is the second learning that we have from the story. Well, these are the two lessons that this small story gives us. I think all of you understood this, and definitely you are going to apply it and spread this message among all your friends. And definitely you are going to improve and be on the side where you are going to not curse the luck, but spend all your time in sharpening the axe. Well, it is only otherwise I can also give you another example here. When any person has a mission or a task or a goal to be achieved, all the time that they have to spend is in sharpening the axe, means thinking how to achieve this. That is preparation. It's only preparation, practice, practice and practice. It is only through the practice you can excel and you can hit the target. Okay. So it is also being said that if you give me 24 hours to knock down a tree, I will spend the first 23 hours in sharpening the axe. So well, in this one sentence you can understand how much effort you have to put in the practice and actually performing on the day of the interview or actually the task. That takes a very little time, but lot goes into preparation. Well friends, with this tag I would like to wind up today's session. I think you have liked it, and if you have liked this, definitely I request you all to spread this message among all your friends. Do press the like button and subscribe my videos and share it among your friends, relatives, so that goodness and love and knowledge will be distributed among larger number of people. Well, until my next video, keep learning, thinking and spread the message of love and knowledge among all your friends. Thank you so much. Bye.